let's go to your AFC North. I'm going to be off screen for a second. I'll let you take the wheels. I will be back. I will return and take this shit back. But Gerardo, you are in the steering wheel for the next couple of minutes.
Gotcha. So on the AFC North side of things, I have the Baltimore Ravens going number one, topping it off. I mean, you have Lamar Jackson, an MVP, former MVP winner. They won a division last year. The Steelers I got at 11-6. The notable additions, it's been so many, plus they paid so many players as well too. We got Aaron Rodgers there. We got DK Metcalf there. Yes, they lost George Pickens, but like they are looking unbelievably good. TJ Watt got paid as well, but now Cam Hayward is a little bit sitting out because he wants to get paid. They talked about that. They were in a renegotiation process with the Steeler camp, and he's a true leader with that team, but I do believe that they're going to be back. Plus Jalen Ramsey and Darius Slay at corner, like they are very much in the all-in basket. The thing is with me, the reason why I don't have them as a playoff team, they potentially could be, but I think it's just Aaron Rodgers' age is eventually going to show. Eventually. They're going to be a winning team this year, and they may be a wild card team, but also I think like that division is super tough. I think they're going to beat the Browns straight up at home and away. They're probably going to split they're probably either going to lose the both games to Baltimore and split the Bengals games. The Bengals I got at 10-6. You have an MVP caliber
10-7.
quarterback. Oh, 10-7, yeah. And you have you have an MVP level quarterback with Joe Burrow. And you have an amazing offense. You have probably the best offense in the league. It's just that defense is unbelievably bad. You're going to have to go out there and score 50 points a game just to be in the game. And the whole Trey Hendrickson thing, like that's also insane too. Like whether they're keeping him or not. He came back to camp and then he's not getting paid anyways. Like I don't know what's going on with that. And then the Browns, I think, are the worst team easily. Like there's no sense of direction. You paid Myles Garrett all this money. You don't you have Jerry Jeudy, sure, but you also look who's throwing them the ball. Like every one of their quarterbacks are just like below average quarterbacks. Like Joe Flacco is a starter in this league by default, not because he's a top 32 quarterback in this league. And I think that this team is going to be drafting number one overall this year. But my big thing is I think you have two quarterbacks in this division are MVP caliber quarterbacks. You also have a completely revamped offense in the Pittsburgh Steelers. And also getting Arthur Smith as their OC, I think is going to be very favorable to Aaron Rodgers, especially to alleviate his arm. He's on the older side. But the thing is, they have I don't know if their offensive line is that good.
I think it's pretty mediocre.
Yeah. I think if you would say it was the 18th ranked, I would probably agree with that.
All right. My AFC North, pretty dissimilar. This is where we're starting to shake things up a little bit. I got the Baltimore Ravens 14-3. They're going to be competing with the Bills, with the Chiefs for that number one overall seed. They're just a really strong program. There's not a lot of things they don't do well. And Lamar Jackson chasing another MVP. The Ravens are just really damn good. Really damn good. Up next, the Bengals at 11-6. That defense might be terrible, but Joe Burrow, Jamar Chase, T. Higgins, that Bengals offense is going to be fine. They're going to be really strong again. Joe Burrow is going to be chasing the MVP for himself. The defense is obviously a giant concern. And Trey Hendrickson still hasn't been traded yet. What are we doing? There's a lot of concerns. This team could be 7-10 with a lot of points. That wouldn't shock me, but I just feel like they have to win games at some point. Somebody's going to have to step up to the plate, and it's going to be a guy that we maybe didn't expect on that defense stepping up, giving them some sort of life. But I just feel more. I feel more closer to 11-6 than I do 7-10. So, Bengals second place, wild card. The Steelers at 9-8. I don't feel great about them. I think Jalen Ramsey for Minkah Fitzpatrick is not an upgrade by any means. I think Jalen Ramsey's on the back nine for sure. Not expecting too much out of him. The run game should be strong. How much do you really believe in Aaron Rodgers? I thought he was okay last year for the Jets, but a lot of those stats came in garbage time. Not a lot of game-making performances that mattered from him. You got to wonder how much of that is left in the tank. I don't know, just a lot of questions around the Steelers, but they're somehow just going to back it in 9-8 as they always do. And the Browns, I don't think are the worst team in the NFL, like you do. I think that they have a lot of players on that team that I like. Myles Garrett, namely David Njoku. I wouldn't say Quinshawn Judkins, but he's hitting other things instead of the hole.
Yeah, Jared Judy. They also have a decent wide receiver, Jerry Judy, as well too.
Yep. I want to say they have other guys too. Cleveland.
Mason was it Mason Smith? Is that the first round pick that they used to go get out of Michigan?
Mason Graham. Yep,
Mason
another guy
Graham,
on that
yep.
defense I like. Devin Bush, Denzel Ward, Greg Newsome. That defense is going to be fine. JOK is out. Is he out long term? Oh, he's on the pup. He'll be back.
Mm-hmm.
And then the wide receiver room definitely questions. Jerry Judy's your number one. Cedric Tillman, Jamari Thrash, Deontay Johnson. Like it's not a particularly strong receiver group by any means. Offensive line's still fine. The running backs, even if Quinshawn is going to be out long term dealing with his legal issues, Jerome Ford is fine. Dylan Sampson is fine. Pierre Strong, I was high on when he was in New England, getting some snaps here and there. I thought he had a legitimate game breaking speed. Just got to develop him as a running back. I think 5-12. I think they're a little closer to 5-12 than they are 1-16. But if you wanted to say you need a quarterback to win 5 games, I'll be with you to some extent. But I think this team's good enough. I think Flacco is fine. Kenny Pickett was dragging worst Steelers teams to whatever amount of wins. Like I think this is an okay team, and they're gonna be the ugly 5-12. If the Giants are the fun 5-12, this is the ugly 5-12. Just slugging it out, dragging ass. Gonna get blown out more often than not. But
yeah, I would say probably like 10 of those 12 wins are probably going to be like more than like 3 touchdown games.
Yeah, but like they're gonna win a couple games just because they're close. They're gonna steal a division game because that's how the AFC North works. I don't think they're 1-16. So those are my AFC North predictions. Does anything I say need a little more commentary? Does anything you said need a little more commentary? Are we comparing something? What's going on?
So, okay. I think the Jalen Ramsey and Micah Fitzpatrick, I think that's almost a little bit, I'm going to kind of agree with you, but not too much. Like, I think it's not that bad. Them getting Darius Slay is I think a little bit of an improvement as well too defensively. I also like their culture, as weird as that would sound, a little bit better. But I think they're a decent team, a little bit better than 9-8, I would say, because I think if you just set Aaron Rodgers up with a better squad, a better coaching, and I think a defense that he's like, hey, they can at least try out there. I don't think the Jets were particularly that well last year. And also just the thing is, I just need a little bit more consistent weapons out of the Steelers as well, too. I mean, DK Metcalf is good. I kind of don't understand why they got rid of George Pickens, because now they're in the market for wide receiver too when they could have just had both. I didn't understand that move. Arthur Smith he's a little bit more of a balanced guy. I mean, when he was in Tennessee, he had AJ Brown and Derrick Henry, and he made Ryan Tannehill.
Now you have the dollar store version of that with 42-year-old Aaron Rodgers, Caleb Johnson / Jalen Warren, and DK Metcalf.
Here's a crazy thing. I do like Joe Burrow and the Bengals, but like if Joe Burrow goes down, that's like godly. That's probably like a 1-16 team.
Yeah, it's not great.
Like that to me is the biggest like fact. And I'm not saying Joe Burrow's an injury problem at all. What I'm saying is I think like that team defensively is so bad that I think like they just need a whole new. I wish the Bengals had the Cleveland Browns defense. Like that would be an unbelievable.
That's a Super Bowl team.
Oh yeah, 100%. The fact that Joe Burrow is going to be having to drag like a probably 26th ranked defense,
At
and
best.
and I think that's kind of the problem is that the reason why I have the Browns much lower than you is because defenses are eventually going to get tired. Like if Joe Burrow's out here just slinging the rock and it's like 31-10 on the Browns defense, like the Brown defense is going to give up. Like they're just not going to. And I think that's what's going to happen. It's just the lack of productivity out of the Browns offense is the reason why they're probably the worst team in the league. And they weren't that good last year either. And I don't think like, yeah, you got another year of Jerry Jeudy, but like quarterback wise, like I don't know what like I just don't see 5 wins is a high benchmark. And like you said, it's just very ugly for them. I just think that like that 5 wins is going to be because they won on a field goal or they won by a 2-point game.
Somehow. Yeah, something screwy happens.
Yeah, that's what I'm going to go with that. That's only, but I think at the end of the day, like what team outside of the Baltimore Ravens do you think is really a Super Bowl contender in that division? No, not really any, unless a miracle happens on Bengals defense.
Yeah, like I said, somebody unnamed would have to come up and step up for that defense.